Good afternoon. Welcome to a second edition of Furu or Guru, where we look at YouTube's fake gurus and see how their stock performances have done. I will say, since the last edition we did of this, things have not been great for our supposed gurus. Flipping over here, we start with Zip Trader, who's actually had an improvement. I'm still getting hit pretty hard from these charge point callouts that he did when it was pushing 30. Another big loss here. It's mostly just charge point bingo. They were very common stock picks with all of the internet gurus, and they didn't work out well for any of them. If we go here, we can see exactly these are 7.49% loss for the month of April so far, which again is better than he was doing a week ago. Last couple of days have helped out a lot. Now, Chris Sane had the good sense to sort of stop talking for a while, and since we've seen a little kick up, he's started going through just his whole Rolodex of stocks again. So we'll see how that performs next week. However, up until this weekend, he's at negative 9.61 for the week. Traveling Trader, sorry about that one, probably should have put my phone on silent, is got a whole list of things here. His worst performing so far is Plug and ChargePoint, those EV plays that everyone was hoping were going to take off for that infrastructure bill, which isn't for a couple of months at least, and getting hit huge here on Humble, which he mentioned at 339 and is now at 165. Looks like those are his biggest losses other than Mara, with Bitcoin not recovering. Buying the dip is, just kept going down. So he's at negative 10.16. Charlie Chang, who's been the consistent leader, mainly because he just put some very solid stocks in to his recommendations at the beginning of the month and then hasn't done anything else, is up 7.44 here. All of his stocks have performed really well, Square being the highest. Tactical Investing, who just can't stop recommending everything that comes across his desk. It's actually only at negative 8.9. He was doing a lot worse last week. His worst is this BCTX, which has certainly not doubled this month. Got a big losses here with Mara, Riot, and eBet. Going up to the beginning of the month, he had some better luck with NVIDIA and Crowdsource. And the CVM has done pretty well for him. But yeah, negative 44 for AMTX, negative 40.76 for GLSI. And consistently recommending the same underperforming stocks over and over and over. Keenan Grace, who also just can't stop recommending things, is only at negative 507. This was a lot worse a week ago as well. His biggest losses are going to be NNOX, CTRM, this Castor Maritime, which there's a lot of talk about at the beginning of the month. And no one's talking about it now because it's doing horrible. NNOX, bingo, and he's nothing so bad since then. And hopefully some of these turn around. Some of them might actually turn positive by the end of the month. Obviously, other than Charlie here, most of these guys are doing very speculative stocks looking for that big payout. Stock Curry, who I stopped doing because seriously, it's so much. And he doesn't actually choose anything. He just goes through some of the YouTube top picks and talks about them. So this also is not a reflection on him as a trader, as he's just reviewing other people's trades. Sort of like a more in-depth version of what I'm doing. But so this is more of a how YouTube gurus are doing overall as of April 8th. They're at negative 10.08. So the ones that we're looking at, other than I guess Traveling Trader, the internet as a whole is doing better than them. Meet Kevin, again, doesn't really recommend stuff so much as throws things out. He does, a few times, but he's had just some Voyager here, negative 40. Again, this Plug and ChargePoint, people just not doing well with those EV stocks. So he's at negative 10.27. So our current winner continues to be Charlie Chang for the month. So congratulations to Charlie Chang. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.